Peace be with you. Welcome to Living Flame Podcast website as well as Facebook group. We upload everyday gospel reflections, meditations, prayers, as well as articles on Carmelite spirituality and Christian theology. We are celebrating fifth Sunday in Lent, Gospel according to John, chapter 11, verses 1 to 45. This is a long narration about the resurrection of Lazarus. Dear friends, when we look at the life of Jesus, there were three important resurrection events that happened. Jesus worked these miracles, raising the widow's son, the widow of Nain, Jairus' daughter, and we find Lazarus, after 3 days being in the tomb, he is raised up from the dead. Now, in this long gospel, we find there is a kind of delay, a purposefully made delay on the part of Jesus to arrive at the house of Lazarus. By the time Jesus comes, there is Martha who says, there is already a stink when Jesus said, where you have buried him. And Jesus goes very close to the tomb and cries out in a loud way, Lazarus, come out. And that is the moment we find people were ecstatic. This dead man walking out of the tomb when they had rolled back the stone. We will find here, no one has worked such a miracle in the entire history of mankind. We find here, Jesus truly is the resurrection and life. He is the life-giving force to all of us. With this meditation, dear friends, on this Sunday's gospel, we go to Palm Sunday and then Easter Sunday. Now, what does it tell us about Jesus in our lives? Jesus practically raises us from the dead, even when we are alive here in this world. We need that real life. When Jesus said, I came to give life, life in abundance in John chapter 10, verse 10. That means Jesus' whole mission was to tell us that there is another life. That is what we get from the living water that will gush up to eternal life. That means when we live in this world, we could be half dead or we could be totally dead in spite of having an experience of life within us. But then Jesus' main mission was to give us true life, that is complete life. That's why he said that he came from the Father to take us back to the Father. That means a unity between our Creator and the creation. We are all creatures and we would like to have that fullness of life. When our life is half full, then we are not fully satisfied. That's why St. Augustine very clearly said, our hearts are restless, O Lord, until they rest in thee. Practically, our life becomes totally full when we rest in the Lord. That means Jesus is going to raise us to eternal life. In our life, daily life, dear friends, when we reflect on this gospel passage, and especially during this week, let us pump that life of Christ within ourselves. That in our ordinary life, we can see extraordinary things. In our ordinary daily activities, we may see the resurrected Spirit. Everything that we see, that we touch must in some way inspire us to understand that we are not just meant to live this life and die, but we are all meant to have that eternal bliss, that resurrected life that Christ himself experienced, and he wants to share it with us. God bless you.